There is an important question that will be answered next week under the Gold Dome in Atlanta. Will the Georgia State Senate change their decades-old rule that allows them to make unrecorded votes? Georgians who value and demand transparency in their government officials should follow this story very closely. Senate Resolution 24, offered by Senator Josh McCoon, is a short, easy-to-understand effort to add transparency to Senate proceedings. Most Georgians will no doubt be surprised to learn that according to the rules of the state Senate, significant changes to legislation can be made by floor amendments that are drafted and submitted after the public scrutiny involved in the committee vetting process has ended. The default method of voting on these changes, called floor amendments, is through the use of an unrecorded hand vote by the 56 members of the Senate, instead of through the digital voting machines whose results are published to the State Senate website on a daily basis.
Shall the ayes and nays be sustained on the senator's motion? 2, 3, 4, only 4 having voted. All those in favor of Amendment 1 will rise, stand, and be counted if you are in favor of Amendment 1. Reverse. Amendment 1, the yeas are 16, the nays are 27, and the amendment has lost. Question now is on Amendment number 2, authored by the senator from the 28. All those in favor will rise, stand, and be counted if you are in favor of Amendment number 2. Reverse. On the motion, the yeas are 11 and the nays are 19, and Amendment number 2 has been adopted. Lost, excuse me. It has been lost.
Floor amendments can be easily processed through the digital voting machines. However, the decision on whether or not to conduct a recorded vote is made with an unrecorded hand vote. It takes a request from 5 senators for votes to be recorded on the tally machine in the Senate chamber and entered into the official Senate journal. Floor amendments are sometimes needed to address small oversights or to correct typos or unwieldy language. But often, very substantial changes are made to pending legislation before it is passed. Some floor amendments can drastically change the meaning and effect of the bill if it becomes law. For example, far-reaching changes that weakened illegal immigration-related legislation have been done with an unrecorded hand vote in previous years. More recently, a floor amendment and unrecorded vote was involved in forcing the passage of the 2015 transportation tax increase. The most troubling aspect to non-recorded hand votes is the public has no way to know or verify how their own senator voted on these amendments. If Senate Resolution 24 is adopted, Senate members will be required to make all floor amendment votes via the digital voting machines, and therefore all votes will be recorded. Approval of the rule change would require a 2/3 majority of the senators to agree to this change, and according to the current rules, their decision on the amendment will be made with an unrecorded vote. Action on the rule change is expected early next week. All on Georgia will be back with a full report on the results and insight.